Hi guys. So today we are going to see about advances in hybrid seed production of maize crop. So there are mainly three types of hybrids, namely single cross hybrids, three-way cross hybrids, and double cross hybrids. So we'll be seeing one by one. So coming to single cross hybrids. So here we will be crossing two genetically distinct or genotypically distinct inbreds. So say if we have two inbred lines A and B, we will be crossing between these two to get our single cross hybrid. So this is the generalized procedure. So now what is an inbred line? So inbred line is just simply we will be taking a crop and we will be subjecting it to rigorous inbreeding, especially self-pollination, or we can inbreed those crops with their closely related ancestors also. So as an end result of inbreeding or continuous selfing for number of generations, we'll be getting a somewhat completely homozygous line. So this is called inbreds. So we'll be using inbreds in our single cross. So for example, we have two hybrids released from TNAU, CoH1 and CoH2. So CoH1 is the parentage is UMI 29 and UMI 15. So these two will be your inbreds. So similarly for CoH2 also. So now coming to three-way cross. So here we will be using three distinct inbred lines, say A, B and C. So first of all we will be only crossing only two inbred lines. Say first of all we are crossing between A and B. So this will result in an F1 or a single cross hybrid, which will be again crossed with the third inbred line, say C. So this is the generalized scheme of things in three-way cross. So let us see with this with an example. So we all know this Genga 5 hybrid. This is a famous maize hybrid. So this has been developed by three-way cross. So first of all, let's see how this Genga 5 has been developed. So the first single cross is made between two inbred lines, that is CM202 and CM111. So these two inbred lines are crossed to get a or to develop a single cross hybrid or your F1. So now this F1 is used as a female. So note this point, the F1 should be used as a female, not as your male. So this single cross hybrid has been used as a female and it is crossed with another inbred line, that is CM500. With the third inbred line we are crossing this F1 again. So this is your male parent. So this cross will again result in a F1. So this has been released as your hybrid. So again, one more important point there is to note is that in three-way cross we are using the single cross or your F1 as a female. So the seed set percentage, your seed set percentage will always be higher than your single cross hybrids. So it is an advantage of three-way cross over your single cross hybrids. However, there is one disadvantage is that we need to separately maintain three parents, so it may become more costly than your single cross hybrids. So now coming to double cross hybrids. So here we will be using four genotypically distinct inbred lines, that is A, B, C and D. So first of all we will be crossing this A and B in a separate crossing block and the C and D in another crossing block. So we will be having two separate single crosses going on here. So from this single cross we will be getting one F1 or your single cross hybrid, and from this C cross D also we will be getting another single cross hybrid. So now we will be taking these two F1 population that has been derived from these two separate single crosses and we will be crossing these. So and the resulting F1 will be used as your hybrid. So this is the general scheme of things here. So let us see this with an example. So another maize hybrid which is also famous, that is Ganga, has been developed by this double cross method. So let us see. So first we are crossing CM 109 and 110 here. So this is one single cross, and here in another crossing block we are crossing CM 202 and CM 111, and these are another two distinct inbred lines. So from this single cross A cross B or CM 109 and CM 110 we are getting one single cross hybrid, and from the other block also we are getting another single cross hybrid. Now these two single cross hybrids are crossed, so this will be used as your female and this is used as your male. So this has been resulted in the development of the Ganga hybrid. So the advantage of double cross is that here both the female and your pollen parent are F1s. So both are highly vigorous in nature. Hence the seed set percentage will be more than your single cross, and also it will be more than your three-way cross. So if your main aim is regarding seed multiplication or your seed set percentage increase, then we can go for double cross hybrids. If the main aim is for your commercial seed variety release or seed hybrid seed release, then 95% of hybrid seed production is based on your single cross hybrids only. But if your aim is seed set percentage, then double cross is the answer for that. So now coming to maintenance of inbreds and single cross hybrids. So the isolation distance should be 400 meters if we have crops that is having same kernel color and texture nearby. So if we have the crops nearby with a different kernel color and texture, then we have to go for some 600 meter of isolation distance. And again in planting ratio, the recommended planting ratio is 2:4. So that is 2 male rows which is followed by 4 female rows. And you can go for around 4 to 6 border rows of male plants to increase your pollen supply. So your female parents should be obviously detasseled so that we can avoid any sort of selfing in maize. So we should be detasseling your female parents, and after we have done the crossing work and all, we can harvest the seed from your female rows. This will be your hybrid seeds. So coming to maintenance of double cross hybrids, the isolation distance should be around 200 meter for crops with the same kernel color and texture, and if it is of different kernel color and structure, then it should be around 300 meter. And here the planting ratio slightly increases to 2:6, 2 male rows followed by 6 female rows, and the border rows is inversely proportional to your isolation distance. So if you are using an isolation distance of 200 meter, then we will be using one border rows, and as the isolation distance decreases, the number of border rows increases. So it is a proportional thing, you can adjust as you wish here. So again the female parents must be detasseled and prior artificial crossing should be done, and the seed is again harvested from your female row. So advances in maize hybrid seed production. The first one is staggered sowing so that we can synchronize your flowering dates. So for example, in line BH660, the male plants is sown 10 days earlier than your female plants so that you can get that synchronization between your tasseling and silking. So the next one is hydropriming technique. So here the male parent seeds are soaked in water for some few hours or some hours, and this will enhance the biochemical activity, and thereby the seed germination will be increased or enhanced. So the third one is that we can go for flag leaf clipping so that we can get a better exposure of your tassels and all. So here half or 2/3 part of your flag leaf is removed manually. So that's all about this advances in maize hybrid seed production of maize. So in next lecture we will be seeing advances in hybrid seed production of sorghum.